Audacity isn't a term. Exhibition is more like it. A cheeky display that has you somewhere in between laughing and being amazed. I truly understood what it was all about thanks to Linda Hawthorne, the so-called queen of the upper crust Crestwood Estates HOA. Her suburban reign of tantrums tried to spread beyond her gated neighborhood and came crashing to an end in dramatic fashion, thanks to my son, a deputy with the county sheriff's department. It was the story of a self-absorbed suburban tyrant's downfall on my own land. It triggered fiery debates regarding abuse of authority, insanity, and the fine line between justice and personal vengeance. After 5 years strangling in Crestwood Estates, a name reeking with irony considering its beige monotony, I, Sarah Mitchell, a 42-year-old logistics coordinator, was finally free to a peaceful 3-acre oasis 2 miles distant. In Crestwood, Linda was the tyrant. Her HOA covenants, her royal scepter, her newsletters decrees, her pointed nose, knockoff designer spectacles with peeling gold, and her chthonic scowling face were mythic. Her chrome-addled Range Rover, like a Vegas casino floor on wheels, rolled eternally on the lookout for infractions. 2 pesky garden gnomes, an early binned basketball hoop too late in the night, and, lastly, my bright teal front door, were her final straws. She demanded that I repaint it to match their dull, middle-neutral color palette. So I left. I found peace beneath twisted oaks along a winding brook. A freshly inscribed survey carefully marked out my land, just the kind of detail my work taught me to respect. I thought Linda was finally in my wake. I was wrong. Moving day was looking good. Boxes stacked, movers hurrying, my teal welcome mat boldly unfurled. And then I spotted that characteristic flash of chrome. Linda's Range Rover limped down the county road, pausing at the end of my drive. My heart sank. She was all set in sunglasses, scanning my grass, boxes, and mat like a hawk. She did not stop, but her scowl promised vengeance. I told myself she had to be lost, but I knew better. Linda knew every inch of her terrain, and more. 2 days later she returned, stopping when I planted roses into the earth. Her window rolled down. "Having a taste of country living, Sarah?" "Quite a departure from Crestwood customs," she announced, her saccharine voice alone enough to create cavities. "That's the idea, Linda," I replied, unflappable. Her frozen smile never reached her eyes. She hung for a moment, as if she had something to say. Then off she drove. It was outright intimidation. I walked the perimeter that evening with my survey and took time-stamped photographs of every stake along the way. Logistics training took over. Document everything. I called my son Ethan, the deputy who had wished me well on my mission. "Freedom so far, Mom," he joked. "Pretty much peaceful," I replied, "but Linda's flying the buzzard pattern." "She's a legend at the station," Ethan griped. "Flower pots, suspicious shadows. She's chronicled the whole thing. She has no jurisdiction out there. Keep her at bay." His words should have reassured me. But Linda's logic did not honor boundaries. The next morning I found a flyer stuck under my mailbox, which wasn't even within HOA purview. Underneath was a note written on Crestwood stationery. "Considerate reminder. Crestwood standards do not have to pertain to your zone, but considerate neighbors show visual harmony. Overgrown grass and in-your-face decor lower property values. Thanks, Crestwood Architectural Committee." Linda had left her mark all over it. I zipped it in a Ziploc bag with the label Evidence Number 1. Following was the continued drive-bys. Her sport utility vehicle would halt just beyond my boundary, sitting in wait. She stayed there, hours and hours, no doubt taking copious notes. I was being stalked. I was putting in a vegetable garden, strictly forbidden in sanitary Crestwood. Linda stopped by the fence, notebook in hand. "Digging in the dirt, Sarah?" That's an open invitation to bugs, and bugs do cross fences. I stood, muddy gloves. "Linda, this is my property. Your HOA doesn't apply here. My tomatoes are none of your business." Her eyes narrowed. "Community standards are absolute. Some boundaries are moral." I laughed almost out loud. Moral? From the same woman who fined children for artwork on the sidewalk? I'd already installed discrete security cameras. They captured every Range Rover drive-by, every step she took. I noted dates, times, and snippy remarks. I had no clue what I was building, but I was ready. She tried mobilizing neighbors. Old Mr. Thompson, the farm owner behind mine, came over one morning. That silver SUV lady came over. Told her she's on a community board. Asked about your yard upkeep. What did you tell her? I snapped, eyes blazing with anger. He smiled. That the only nuisance I can see is her wasting daylight. Your home looks beautiful. That made my day. Linda fumed. I'm Crestwood's HOA president. I enforce safety. And then she made the 911 call. There's a disturbance, unauthorized work, obstruction of the road. My heart beat faster. She was lying to dispatch. I reminded her calmly, you know my son Ethan's a deputy, right? She sneered. Irrelevant. Everyone must obey the law. Officers Reed and Lopez arrived 15 minutes later. Linda rushed over to them. Officers, this is madness. There's a roadblock. Reed glanced at her SUV, illegally parked. Ma'am, move your vehicle, Lopez instructed. Linda blinked. But I'm the one who called. I remained silent, standing by. Reed inquired, Ma'am, are you the property owner? Yes, Sarah Mitchell. These are my workers. Lopez checked for legitimacy. Linda seethed. An unmarked SUV arrived. Ethan emerged in uniform. Linda beamed. Deputy Mitchell, define community standards. Ethan's face was impassive. What's the story? Reed filled him in. False report. Her SUV was the real blockade. You reported cars blocking the road? Ethan asked Linda. Possibly, yeah. Your SUV was the blockage, Lopez explained. Ethan's tone shifted. Filing a false report is a serious offense, Ms. Hawthorne. I'm a respected member of this community, she snapped. Reed broke in. You knowingly filed a false report. You took away emergency resources. Please turn around. Linda's eyes went wide. Arrest me. I'll sue. Reed cuffed her, reading off her rights. Her pretend purse dropped to the gravel. Ethan looked at me. Quiet victory, reluctant regret. Tom whistled. That's one way to handle a neighbor. As soon as Linda was led away, Ethan stuck around. She crossed a line, Mom. Those letters of complaint, those are harassment grounds. If the DA goes after her, she's out. Mr. Thompson walked up, chuckling. Her kingdom is smaller than she thought. Linda was fined and sentenced to community service, cleaning up county highways. Irony at its best. She resigned, citing personal reasons. Crestwood's new president, Emily, relaxed the rules. Children played once more. Lawn flamingos reappeared. My bungalow throve. Tomatoes flowered. The birds returned. Linda's Range Rover never did. I pitied her. Was she wicked or just someone who fell apart under the illusion of control? Crestwood's serenity reminds me, bullies fall when you hold firm. My porch glows under an unrestrained sunset, uncontrolled mine.